Big news coming out of Anaheim, California regarding Disney Cruise Lines, and also little news coming out regarding the Disney theme parks. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we are just out exploring some news and some planning. So I just wanted to get on here. I'm working diligently on my Disney recap video from the end of August. We took my son to Disneyland for a few days for his 11th birthday, and we really had a good time. We did a lot of experiences and activities that I hadn't done in the past. I got some good footage of it, and I'm looking forward and getting excited to share that with you. And I know I've been saying that's been coming for a couple weeks now, but I dove into the world of actual video editing, and it's a lot of fun. It's a little harder than I expected, and I just have some voiceover work left to do, and then I'm going to be able to get the video out. So it will definitely be out this week, so keep an eye out for that, which is a good reminder. If you guys aren't subscribed to my channel, take a moment now, please, and subscribe. I'm inviting you to subscribe. You're going to see some of the exploring that I'm doing. I've got some new equipment coming. I've got some good topics that I'm going to cover, and I'm just really excited to share with you guys. So like I said, today I just wanted to get a quick video out. I watched some recaps of the D23 Expo from Anaheim, California, and I saw a bunch of news that came out of there. And I think the thing that excited me most, I mean, there was some stuff on the parks, nothing really exciting, just typical. We got this new meet and greet. We got this new thing. They announced a new ride at the Avengers campus in Disneyland, which in Disney's California Adventure, which in my opinion needs way more than it has now. And I think one more attraction is not even going to do it. And it's a attraction that sounds like it's going to be centered around Thanos, and it's going to be a attraction in the multiverse. So I don't know. I'm not even sure. It was nothing serious. Nothing concrete on that, just some, as they call, quote unquote, blue sky thinking. So yeah, I'll stay tuned on that. But I think the bigger news that I heard, and something that excites, I think, the community that I'm most excited about, which is the cruising community, is that Disney announced the name of their next ship, which I believe is going to be their 6th ship. So we've got the Dream, the Fantasy, the Wonder, the Magic, and the Wish. And now we're going to have the next one, which is going to be the Disney Treasure. And I'm pretty excited about that. I am not huge on Disney Cruise Lines, but I like the name of this one. And I think it's going to be, and it seems like it's going to be centered around Jasmine and Aladdin, which is a cool theme. I love the name Treasure for a cruise ship. I think it's got a lot of upside potential in the sales world and the marketing world. And I'm curious to see if they've addressed some of the things that people are not super excited about on the Wish. And maybe I'll do a video kind of recapping what others have said about the Wish. I haven't been on that. I've been on the Dream twice, but I've never been on the Wish, which is the newest one. So yeah, we'll recap that. And you know, when I seen pictures, and I'm going to share some pictures right here of the Treasure and the atrium and the theming that they're looking at, it's pretty exciting. It's a little departure off the Wish based on, again, the videos and the pictures that I've seen, but it looks like it's kind of going a little bit more classic again, rather than sticking to this completely modern. I mean, the modern theme is just really infiltrating all the cruise ships that I've been seeing lately. And I think that's something that I'm going to see on Odyssey too, is just like super modern, not really there's not a lot of character to the modern look. And they're doing that at Disneyland. They're doing it to the new hotels. I mean, it's just really cut and paste, cookie cutter, just track home type feel. So I'm excited to see if they kind of said, you know what, we need to throw some character back into the ship. So based on this picture that you're seeing right now, we'll see what they've done to address this situation. And I think the last thing that I wanted to talk about quickly is just kind of some of the things that I've done for planning for my upcoming Odyssey of the Seas cruise, which again is going to be over New Year's. I'm so excited. I can't even tell you guys, like every day I'm looking at this, but you know, I was able to book my flights this week, and the flights were giving me some stress. I'm not going to lie. You know, they were looking like they were going to cost me about $800, $850. I've never paid that much for a single flight. Not even when I went to Rome 3 years ago. My flight was $600 round trip to Rome. $600 nonstop from Oakland to Rome. And you're going to tell me that I got to pay $850 to fly to Florida? I just wasn't having it. I was stressing about it, and not stressing that I couldn't afford it, but just stressing that I didn't want to pay it. I felt like I was not utilizing my skills well enough. So I did some digging. I did some research. I dug into it. I obsessed over it for like an hour and a half the other day, and changing dates, changing times. And, you know, I've always looked at this where I'm like, oh, if I fly back the next day, I could save a little bit of money. But then I start thinking about what's going to cost for a hotel and food, and you're right back to square zero. Well, this time, flying back the day after the cruise, it was amazingly cheaper. And it shaved $400 off the cost of the trip in two ways. One, the flight was just significantly cheaper. And then two, it was so much cheaper that I had enough miles on Southwest to cover that end of the flight. So it went from going to be like a $400, $450 one-way part of it to zero. It just completely wiped. The $5.40, I think, is what I had to pay in taxes and fees. So I was super excited about that. I got to stay a night. And then, you know, the best part is on this end of the trip, it's far enough out from New Year's that the hotel rates have like normalized. So it way offsets the cost of the hotel, even with some food that day. And, you know, it'll be just a nice way to relax. I'm going to be able to get some great footage of the ship that I'm sailing on, sailing away. Something I'm never able to do because, you know, when you're there for the cruise, you're sailing away on the cruise. And usually if you leave the day of, you don't get footage of your ship that day. So that'll be fun. There's some other ships coming in and out that day. So I'm going to get some good drone footage and some good video footage, and we'll be able to share that with you guys. And then going on the way there, same thing. I was digging around. Do I fly out of San Jose? Do I fly out of Oakland, San Francisco? What's the best route? Miami, West Palm Beach, Fort Lauderdale, where's the best route? Where's the best route? And all the flights that I were looking at, and the reason that I kept discounting them was because they were going to lay over in like Minneapolis or Denver or New York. And that's just not, I'm not worried about the distance. If it was summer or spring or fall, no problem. I'm in. I'll take the layovers there, especially if it's going to save me a couple $100. I don't mind. I don't mind the travel day. I consider it a travel day. I'm not stressing over stuff like that. But in the winter, I ain't flying to Minneapolis. I ain't going to Denver. And I'm definitely not flying all the way to New York. Just the potential for snowstorms, the potential for bad weather that just can cause a delay or cancellation, ain't having it. And so that was the biggest hang up, because there were definitely some flights that were a little bit more affordable, but they had affordable, but they had those layovers, and I just wasn't willing to risk it. Especially even though I'm flying in, I'm leaving here Wednesday night. Well, that was my plan, and it's actually what I was able to work out. Leaving Wednesday night, getting there Thursday morning, so that gives me a whole 24 hours before the ship leaves. The buffer zone, right? The cruise fly-in buffer zone. You got to have it. You got to have it. And I know that a lot of people say that, but no, you got to have it. You have to have the buffer zone. So I was going through, and then there was this Delta flight, and I'm like, yeah, you know what? I looked at that one. That's not the right one. And then I'm just going to lay over. I think it was like Charlotte or somewhere. And I was like, that's not too bad, but I don't know. I don't know if I want to go that far for a layover. That's kind of weird, whatever. And so I just kind of discounted it. But then I looked again. I'm like, wait a minute. This is a little different flight. And it was a flight that left Oakland, and it flew to LAX. And there was a layover in LAX, a short one, hour and a half. Not too bad. I mean, not super short, but just perfect, right? And then it was nonstop from LA to Fort Lauderdale. And I was like, where'd this one come from? I do not remember seeing this one. Getting in on that one, it was only $400 one way. I say only, but that was about the rate that all the other ones were going for. I think the cheapest I saw was like $350, and that was, again, one of the ones that was laying over in like Minneapolis. And there's no way I was touching that. It was like Sun Country. I don't even know what they do. So I didn't want to get in on that. Well, Delta, I've had some pretty good luck on Delta. Plus, I had some miles on there, so I'm going to be able to recoup the baggage fees with my mileage. So I took what was going to become an $850 extravaganza plus luggage, and turned it into a $400 and luggage is covered extravaganza. And I'm pretty proud of that. Our flight's going to come down. I don't know. If the Southwest flight goes down, I could refund. I get some miles back, whatever. The Delta flight, it is what it is. I'm stuck with it. I ain't changing anything. Probably not even going to look at the prices anymore. Not even going to obsess over it anymore. And trust me, I have a tendency to do that. So, yeah. So there's that. And I'm pretty excited. Plus, in a weird turn of events, something I've never seen happen before. I've only booked a guarantee cabin, I think 2 other times. And both times I didn't know what my cabin number was until probably 2 weeks before the cruise. But it seems as if I've already gotten a cabin number for this trip. And I got to be honest with you guys, man, if I was booking a cabin on my own without booking a guarantee, this would have been one of the ones that I chose. Perfectly midship, higher deck, but not right below the pool deck. It's going to be great. And I'm going to show some videos of that when I come back, and I'm going to take you guys a little bit along on the journey. I'm really looking forward to sharing this cruise with you. And I'm going to let you guys know in my next video, the next thing I'm obsessing over. And I was wondering if any of you guys might know that which I'm obsessing over next. Let me know in the comments below. What do you think might be my next cruise obsession when it comes to my Odyssey of the Seas cruise that's coming up? What am I obsessing over? What am I daily checking my planner for? So let me know. And I look forward to sharing my Disney recap with you guys. And again, if you're not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe. Come along on these journeys with me while we'll be just out exploring. Thanks, guys.